What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into the Saturday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault here on BettingPros.com. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. We are here thanks to BetMGM. You can use that $20 bet for $100 in free wagers on any event with the promo code JUICE100 when you sign up for a new account with BetMGM, BetMGM.com. And man, it went from crap to great quickly. My gosh, this is... I just watched Matt Perrault hit that 47-yard field goal to win the game for the Cardinals, to cover for the Cardinals, and to get the under as well. So we go under 39.5, check. Minus 1.5 Cardinals, check. Got the Atlanta Falcons way wrong, 23-3, but the under in that game came in. So that was one of the legs for the parlay. We also came up with two other legs, including a ridiculous sweat in the Giants game that never should have been. The Buffalo Bills, I mean, my gosh, that game was crazy. We just had a really good night with things bouncing our way. These are the nights that I want you guys to remember when the thing tips the other way and we lose a bunch of games by bad beats and bad breaks. You got to remember the good times. You got to remember when things went our way, because it's fun. It's fun when things go your way and you're like, all right, this is great. So the parlay, unfortunately, the Brewers game got rained out. So it turned into a 3-leg parlay. I bet this with you guys, okay? I told you I was betting this. I can't make it official because it would be too crazy, but it's still 6-22. It's still up 17 units, but reality, it should be up another 4 units because a 4-1, that's what the parlay turned into. From it was 820 or 840, whatever it was last night, and then the Brewers game got rained out, so it dropped down to a 3-leg parlay. So it dropped it down to plus 420 to plus 460. Sorry, you guys, I think I had plus 440, somewhere in that range. They cashed it. So look, I'll take it. I mean, my gosh, let's go. It's a great hit. If you're putting whatever you're putting down on it, quarter unit, half unit, full unit, whatever you're putting down on it, that's great. So it's a 4-1 return, and I'm never going to shake a stick at that when that comes in. So 2-1 officially on the podcast last night. So a winning night on the pod again, and we improved to 7-2 betting preseason football. All right. This is what I was talking about. There are edges. You can make money in the preseason. You can do this. You can cash. You can capitalize. You can make money betting on the preseason. So it works if you work it. Okay, you got to look at angles. We got breaks. Okay, the Bills that's a break. Okay, with the fact that it's the Lions and Stan Campbell, and it's clown franchises do clown things, and the clock management at the end of that game was embarrassing. I mean, if you're a Lions fan, you don't have, don't think that you all of a sudden have this new head coach. You have dumb coaches doing dumb things. And don't tell me it's the preseason, okay? When you're trying to run the clock out and you don't have to throw the ball, and you throw the ball twice and you stop the clock twice, when you don't have to do that, and you kick a field goal and you're like, ooh, we're winning, and you give the team $1.50 to go down the field and beat you, you deserve to lose. Period. You deserve to get beat. And that's what happened to the Lions last night. They got beat. Now, the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Their offense is not anywhere near what it's going to be when they have their real team out there, but they don't have their real team out there by any means. So the under was the right play at 39.5. That was way too high. I think it closed at 37. That thing just went straight down. And unders are now 6-1, I think 7-1. I think unders now are 7-1 in the first week of preseason. So just watch that here when it comes to, I'm going to have a bunch of personal plays going today, and I'm going to have some fun today because we're a little flush here. It was nice. That was a nice little hit. So I'll have some fun with this. But yeah, it was a good night. It was a good night, and 2-1 officially, so a winning night again, but then the parlay hit comes in with a 4-1 return, not a 6-1, but a 4-1 return, so that's solid. So really, really cool stuff there with the parlay. So I'm excited to get into this here today for us with the podcast. Before I give you the picks, though, and I've got 3 picks going, 1 baseball play, 3 football plays, and then a Discord bet that I'll tell you about. I'm going to shop around trying to find the best price for a game that I'll tell you about in baseball here in just 1 second. But we are going to do the Discord channel chat for the Discord bet at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, okay? I'll hop on, we'll chat, We'll get some stuff together. We'll figure out what we're going to do, and then we'll go with that. So just heads up on that. Okay, 8 a.m. We'll start the Discord channel chat, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to miss, I think, one game. I think that's right. 11 a.m. No, I think we'll get them all. I think we'll get them all potentially in there. But there's I think there's 10 games today in the NFL. So you'll have all that. You'll have baseball to bet on, to pick on. So really good stuff to jump in, to hop in with it. Okay. So here is where we're going to go today with the plays coming up here for us. The one NFL game I'm going to target the most today is we're going to target the Bears and the Dolphins. Okay. Bears and the Dolphins is a game that I think we all need to look at because, well, if you go by the things I use to handicap, 1, motivation, 2, coach's record, and 3, quarterback play. So you've got the Bears and the Dolphins, and you've got a number of 37 from a total perspective. We're seeing unders like crazy, right? Unders. We're going under 37 Miami and Chicago because of the defenses. Just think the defenses are going to be way ahead of these offenses. I don't know how much of the starters play, if at all, but I mean, I think even if it's going to be, a Dwayne Haskins, it's going to be somebody who's going to try to step in here and be Chicago's quarterback. And I think that there is some opportunity here for Justin Fields. Sorry, not Dwayne Haskins. I'm confusing my Ohio State quarterbacks. It's Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, Nick Foles. Decent quarterbacks, but that Dolphins defense is stout and difficult to go up against. I don't think Chicago scores very much. And I don't think that on the other side, whether it be Tua and how much Tua plays, I mean, I think there's some real questions about Miami right now and where they're going to go. It's Tua, it's Jacoby Brissett, and Reed Sinnett. Okay, so Tua may play if he plays at all. And then you've got Jacoby Brissett, who's an NFL quarterback, but come on, up against that Bears defense, kind of tough here. So first play, half a unit, under 37 for the Dolphins and the Bears. And the second play we're going with this is I'm taking the plus 3.5. I love the fact that it's over 3. It's one of the bigger spreads, by the way. And Brian Flores is 4-0 all-time ATS as a head coach in the preseason. Okay, I'm just going to ride with the trend here. I'm going to ride the fact that he wants to win these games, that he takes these things seriously, and this game will be close. I think it could be a 3-point win for Chicago. Let's take the hook here, 3.5 at minus 110 for Miami, and the under being 37. Okay, so that's our first play. We're going plus 37. Under 37, Miami and Chicago, and we're going plus 3.5 for the Dolphins and the Bears. Okay, so 2 plays on one game. I have one more under I want to jump in on, and that's Browns and the Jaguars. So Cleveland's playing nobody. Nobody, all right? And I think if you look at this is a bad roster from last year. The Jaguars are going to play Trevor Lawrence a little bit. Gardner Minshew comes in. Okay, so they have some better talent. But, my gosh, Cleveland's not going to have anything. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt not playing. You're going to see rookies at wide receiver. You're not going to see quarterbacks. You're not going to see anybody of real talent at all for the Browns. Browns aren't going to score, okay? Jacksonville, we don't know what to make of this, okay? Jacksonville's laying 3 at home, but I'm far more confident this game's going to be a very low-scoring, sloggy affair with Jacksonville in Cleveland. I think the Browns give a flip about this game. It's important for the Jaguars to win the game, so they'll play hard to the end. But I don't think offense. I think points are going to be an absolute premium here. The third play for today, we're going under 37 for Browns Jaguars. All right, so 3 NFL plays: under 37 Bears Dolphins, under 37 Browns Jaguars, and Dolphins plus 3.5 on the road at Chicago. The one game I don't know what the hell to do with, and the one game that I'm simply... The Ravens are at home laying 2.5 points. They have covered... They're 15-1-1 over the last 17 games against the spread. Okay? John Harbaugh takes these things really seriously. But most likely Lamar Jackson's not playing. They're not going to have any real wide receiver help. They had a big injury on the offensive line already. The Saints are coming in. They need to have Jameis play well. They need to have Taysom Hill play well. but how much will they play? What will their offense look like? What will their defense look like? No Michael Thomas. That game's hard. You can blindly close your eyes and take the Ravens. If you want to fade the public, take the Saints plus 2.5. I don't know what to do with it. I'm completely stunned. I don't know what to do with it. And a part of me says go ahead and take the Ravens because they're at home and they're laying only 2.5. It's Ravens by 3, and you'll probably cover. But I don't know. I just don't know what to do with that game. I'm going to watch that game. I'm really interested in watching that game for sure to see what that game's going to look like. Because I think it's going to be fascinating. I mean, absolutely fascinating. And then the only other lean I've got, if you want to jump in, is Packers -3. It's Jordan Love time. Texans stink. We'll see what Jordan Love looks like. We know that Aaron Rodgers is not playing the entire preseason, so now we have a chance to watch Jordan Love play at home in front of Green Bay. I might add that later in the night. It's a night game, so I might jump in with Green Bay, depending on how the day's going. If the day's going well, I may jump in with Packers, and I may also, I don't know, depending if it goes over 3 or not, but I may have Packers. So Packers -3 and Baltimore -2.5. Those are 2 games that I'm eyeballing, but I don't know. Right now, I'm not there yet. I haven't gotten around to betting it yet. I don't know how much I want to have in play, how much money I want to have in action here tonight, but that's where we started with, okay? So 3 plays just to start here for the NFL, and I'm going to come back with a 2-leg moneyline parlay, and one of the games, it's a little bit squirrely, okay? I am due to lose one of these. I have hit 4 consecutive parlays, okay? 4. The parlay for the Giants, it would have been Giants and the Brewers, right? That 2-leg parlay that I put into, I bet that, turned into a money line bet. Okay, so it doesn't count for the part. I mean, technically, so I guess technically that counted. It was a -200 wager. So I guess the podcast we actually wound up going 3-1 on the. Yeah, we went 3-1 technically. So it's a really small win. It's nothing all that great because the first leg, the Brewers got rained out. So it turned into just a money line play, and it cashed. Giants cashed. So it technically is a play that, yeah, if you bet it, then you're definitely involved. So you cashed, good, thankfully, but nothing. You didn't get a huge return on -200, half a unit. You didn't get a lot of money back on that. But whatever, a win's a win. Being up is being up. So I'm going to come back again here, and I'm just going to keep on betting against the Rockies, even though they hit the ball well. McGee is a train wreck for the Giants. I mean, he is absolutely disgusting for the Giants. But I'm going to take the full game again here with Colorado and San Francisco. We don't know yet who, and maybe your book, if you just go ahead and bet action, you don't need to worry about who's starting for Colorado or who's starting for San Francisco. But Kyle Friedland's going to go for Colorado. We don't right now know the starter for the Giants. I don't think it matters, to be quite honest. I don't even need to handicap this. It's just the Rockies are horrific on the road, and they just are losing and losing and losing. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump in here with Colorado, take San Francisco on the money line. And right now, San Francisco, let's see, because I had to shop around. Hold on, what did I get for this? Let me look and see real quick what I got for this parlay. On this with betting action for this, because it doesn't matter who different books have different priorities. So let's see. So the Giants game from a money line perspective, Giants are where is that bet? Okay, -202, I think is what it's at. Huh. I'm not seeing what I thought I bet it at that. Maybe I bet it somewhere else. But anyways, we're going to come back with Giants money line. First game, Brewers, doubleheader coming, 7 inning, but I'm taking the Brewers in the first game of the 2. The 2 starting pitchers that got rained out today, they split them. One's going in game 1, one's going in game 2. So it's not the same pitching matchup that we bet yesterday, but it's still, I think, a pretty good matchup to jump in here. Because I think the Brewers win both games, to be quite honest. It's an 11:30 Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern time start, by the way. But it's Brett Anderson going against Bryce Wilson. And Wilson's hasn't been horrible, okay? He hasn't been awful. But I just think the Pirates are a really bad team. They can't score. And they just don't have it. I think the Brewers are just a better team right now. They're hot, like we talked about yesterday. Their bats are hot, and now so game one. I always worry about game two because guys get tired and whatnot. But it's a 7-inning game, so essentially it's like almost like a first five in a way. But it's Brewers money line, Giants money line, 2-leg parlay that should get us somewhere around like plus 110, plus 120. Okay, should be plus money on this. Maybe we'll get even better once everything posts. And you can wait for the Pirates. You can wait for the pitchers to be posted for the Giants if you want, and then we'll really see. And if you want to bet those pitchers. But basically, in the morning, I'll confirm this on the Discord channel chat. I'll confirm this play as to what the official play will be from a number perspective. But we're coming back with that 2-leg money line parlay. Brewers game one of the doubleheader, game one money line. Giants to finish off and keep on beating up on these horrific Rockies who cannot win on the road to save their lives. And so it's just consistently over and over and over again. Rockies now have lost 4 games in a row, and their record on the road has now fallen to, their splits are so crazy. They're now 13-44 on the road. By the way, the run line, if you were at the run line, I feel so horrible for you. 98% of the bets were on the run line. That 2-run home run that McGee gave up in the 9th inning is a brutal beat. That is an awful loss. Okay, and I got one more play. I can't make this yet because it hasn't posted yet for any of the books I use. They've not posted. But Chris Sale is back for the Red Sox. Okay, Chris Sale is back for the Red Sox. So 1/2 unit on that money line parlay. Other half a unit's going to come back, and we're going to put it on the Red Sox team total. Should be 5.5. Okay. Red Sox against the Orioles. Chris Sale coming back. You might say, well, why not just bet on the Red Sox to win? I'm a little concerned about that. Okay, Chris Sale coming back. That bullpen, not in love with it. Here's the thing. The Red Sox are going to be jacked. The ballpark's going to be jacked. It's warm. The Red Sox are going to score runs. Chris Sale coming back against the Orioles. Over 5.5 team total for the Red Sox. I think that they're going to score. I think they'll play really hard today. I think they're going to be really excited to have Chris Sale on the mound, and I think they'll score 6 runs or more. I really do. They scored a bunch yesterday and 8 runs against the Orioles yesterday, and, well, the Orioles pitching staff is just bad. It's a 1:05 start time. You got Jorge Lopez on the mound for the Orioles, who has not been great, okay? His ERA on the road is not good, and he's been okay recently, though. I mean, he's given up he gave up only 2 runs to the Tampa Bay Rays, gave up 1 run to the Yankees in 6 innings, but then 5 runs to Miami, the Miami offense, gave up 4 runs to Kansas City, so kind of an up-and-down guy, but I do think the Red Sox, in this environment, with Chris Sale on the mound, I'm going to go team total Red Sox over, but again, I'll confirm this number as well coming up in the Discord channel chat this morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time for the Discord bet that you guys will place for Saturday to round out the day. All right? So to recap the plays for us going today, we are going with 3 bets in preseason football. 7-2 mark going so far in preseason football. Under 37, Browns in their game. Bears-Dolphins under 37 in their game, and Dolphins plus 3.5. Browns-Jaguars under 37. Bears-Dolphins under 37. Dolphins plus 3.5 on the road up against the Chicago Bears in the NFL. And then Giants-Brewers moneyline parlay, Red Sox team total are the 5 plays for us here on a Saturday. Join me in the Discord channel chat coming up this morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, to pick the Discord bet and to finalize all the numbers for baseball coming up here today. And then let's watch a whole lot of football coming up on a Saturday. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Every morning it's the Daily Juice Podcast, brought to you by BetMGM right here on BettingPros.com.